How do you actually get the job for this course? You'll be able to earn the total budget for everyone transcribing to do all the videos that are put out every week is currently $1,000 a week. Maybe, I imagine it'll be more in the future. This is where we're starting. In order to get the job, what you need to do is finish this entire course. Watch all the videos in it to make sure you've got it down really good. And then you need to do a final project. You need to do a final project where you actually transcribe one of the videos and put it up on your own blog. You can use a free WordPress blog if you want, or you can use your existing blog if you want. Put it up, and then you're going to put that in this job application that you get at the end of the course. If you don't watch the whole course, you'll miss out on various things. Like, for example, when anyone is hired for this job, I will put a video in front of the application to let you know. If you don't see a video saying that someone else has been hired, then it's wide open. But if you see a video that's saying someone else is hired, then you will have to essentially balance out with them, whether they can do everything or whether we need additional help. And you may be able to work with others as I share this. Here's what the actual application looks like for you. These are the fields in it. You'll have your name. Then what you'll have next is your email address. Now this should be your email that's the best to contact you at. Then you'll have your hourly rate and your hours per week. What do you put for the hourly rate? I recommend to put the lowest number that you're happy to work at for indefinitely. A number that is satisfying for you. So don't put something too low where you're going to have a resentment and not make the work a priority. I want this to be a priority for you, 20 to 40 hours a week that you could do this. And that most of the people that work with me, I like to work together indefinitely. The hardest thing to do is to get started working with someone. I literally am filming a whole video course using my most valuable time today to do this. I like to work with people for a long time. I want to work with you for a long time. At the same time, if you put a rate too high, then you can potentially get outbid by someone else. I'm certainly considering the hourly rate. Here's how I'm making the decision on this. The hourly rate and the hours per week and the quality of the project. The quality of the project shows me that times the hourly rate, the amount of time it took you to do the project, and the hourly rate and the hours per week, that gives me an idea. Ideally, I'd like to work with one person who could do the entire YouTube channel, who could handle 7 videos a day, not the long format ones, so maybe 6 videos a day. We're not going to do videos over like 30 or 40 minutes because then those will be released in smaller parts also. We'll only do just the individual chunks of courses. I would prefer to work with someone who could get the whole $1,000 a week and to be available full-time and just do this indefinitely. Thus, here's how you make your best pitch for this. You put in an hourly rate and the hours you're available each week. For example, if your hourly rate's $20 an hour and you're available up to 50 hours a week, then that would be the whole $1,000. Then you go over here on your project. This is the URL of your project. This is where you give me the URL that you use to show your actual work. Now on this, what we'll do over here is you will, for your project, you will make something, you will do an actual YouTube video off my channel. I give you permission to pick one of my videos and do it. Now what's important in this, and I'll go more into the project, but you need to put the amount of time it took you. In other words, the amount you would bill me hourly to do this. And I will be able to then calculate what is best for all of us. For example, let's say you do this 7-minute and 51-second video as your project, and you put that in, and in the blog post itself, you say that took me an hour, let's say for simplicity. Then I can give you a calculation. I can say, okay, let's say you're $20. Let's say you put $20 an hour. So I can say, okay, it cost me $20 to get 7 minutes, round up to 8 minutes of video done. I've got probably at least 80 minutes of video coming out every day. Therefore, that would cost me about $200 a day at that rate to have you do all the videos on the channel. If then I can see someone else who applied, I'll have a very accurate comparison of how long it took them versus how long it took you. Now, it's important to be accurate and be carefully calculate the amount of time it took you, because you don't want to get into something where neither of us are happy. I understand the temptation might be there to just say, well, it didn't take as long, and then I find out the first week that, well, why is it seems to take you twice as... Well, I will expect, once you put this in, that this is your consistent working pace. So if it takes you, let's say, an hour on average to do maybe 10 minutes of video and to get into a blog post, that's pretty long. If it takes you an hour to do 10 minutes, I'm not sure if that'll work, depending on your hourly rate. What I will do is look at and say, who can do the best work for the lowest money in the least amount of time? That's what I'm looking for. That's what's best for all of us. If someone else can do the same thing you can and is willing to take less money for it and do just as good of a job, then you see that it makes perfect sense to all of us. So this is how you get the job. And then you also can put these additional fields in if you have other URLs you want considered. For example, if you have an existing blog, you want to show off some of your other work, that can help. If you have a story you want to share, like how you ended up in this course, how long you've been following, that can help. I like to work with and give back to you that have been following me for a long time. And I am willing even to pay a bit more to give back to someone who's given me so much in terms of a follower. So you take the time to put in a good story, help me get to know you. I might choose you if it's close with someone else who just cares about doing the work versus you that are passionate about what I do and being specifically of service to me. Your story can make the difference. Finally, there's this partner offers tab. We have Jerry Banfield partners on Euthena. These are people who've paid $1,000 for a membership into my partner program, who often have businesses of their own and may need the same or similar type of help. This way, if someone has been hired for the job, if you check on the application that you're available for partner offers, then you have the ability to, if a partner says Jerry, or is talking in a call one week or emails me and says, Jerry, do you have someone that can do what you're doing on my website or blog? Because we have several YouTubers in the group, and once I show them how well this is working for me, I'm getting tons of, just hundreds, if not thousands of users a day from Google organic search from what I'm doing, and we're building that up together. If you check that you're open to partner offers, I will get you whenever possible, especially if you're not hired. I will see if I can match you up with a partner and help them to hire you. I've helped lots of people in the partner program work together, connect, and collaborate. Finally, for me, there's a hiring decision on here. This is a yes, let's go, or a not now. A not now means not now, maybe later, but not right now. So these are the fields on my end of the application. I hope I've made it clear what I'm looking for, exactly how I go about the hiring process. And the nice thing, my hiring process, this is all there is to it. This is all I care about. And it's all in this job application. Nothing else makes a difference to me. I want the work done. I like to see how we're connected and what kind of story we have. And I trust by applying to this, you are allowed to work in whatever jurisdiction you are working in, that you're at least 18 years of age, and or you've got consent from your parent if not. Thank you very much for seeing what to do to actually get hired here. Now I'll go through and go into detail on all of these points I've just mentioned, and help you make the best application and the best output here to give you the best chance on getting hired.